Hello there, welcome here to this special edition of Current Situation Live. So tonight we will be analyzing our show Speed tour in Monrovia, Liberia. As you all know, our show Speed is a very popular online creator and streamer. He's very famous. So we do have some guests tonight, and we have already shared our link with them. So join us here. We will be live streaming here on Current Situation Media and on YouTube as well. All right, so we'll be live streaming on three platforms. Hope you guys can hear me loud and clear here. And but we're gonna dive in the analysis tonight. The link is below the screen, scrolling at the bottom menu, so you can always join us. So we're gonna have Lydia. Let me inform Lydia. I already sent her the link. Lariana already sent them the link, so they will be joining us here. But go ahead and share this. It's going to be great analysis. The whole world watched ISHOWSPEED live in Liberia, Monrovia. There was some best moments. There was some awkward, silly moments. But we're gonna analyze. We're gonna break things down. And if you want to join the conversation, let us know. Let us know. I'm just sending my guest the this. I'm sending my folks the link, and I just want to remind them. So, folks, go ahead and share this. It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be interactive. Share this link. Come on. Let's hear from you. Most of you was watching this live stream from our show Speed. All right. So I went ahead and sent the link to some of my guests who will be on here. And like I said, this conversation tonight is going to be for 2 hours, but it's going to be very interactive, guys. Yeah. So if you want to join us, the link. I think we can bring about 10 to 12 people on here. So it's going to be very interesting. So right now, what I'm doing here, I'm just sharing. From there, maybe I will put this on it. I will share my screen, so that way you guys can join us tonight. But yeah, but folks, like I said, it's going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Make sure that you come through tonight. Come through here.
Can you hear me, AJ?
Yes, yeah, I can hear you guys here. Can you guys hear
I
me?
can hear you guys.
Loud and clear here. I'm just trying to make sure and fix my layout.
Okay, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. For some reason, I'm trying to connect my microphone and it's not giving me any sound. So
Oh,
let me know if I'm clear.
yeah, yeah. I can hear you and see you guys crystal clear. Can everybody hear
Okay.
me?
You know what? I know what the problem is. My headset at the bottom. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I was just hearing
Okay.
echo.
There you go. There you go. Now I can hear you. Is that still echo?
Nope.
Okay. See if I can turn it off. I'm still trying to learn my turntable for
Can
this
you
microphone set.
open this and put some in the fire to me, please?
We're waiting for someone else?
No, no. I was just waiting for you guys for us to start.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
trying to give a different layout here where we all fit on the screen.
Okay, cool. Cool, cool, cool. Awesome.
Okay.
I was shooting my content also too for this same topic on
Oh,
TikTok. I
all
just
right.
got done.
Yeah, that's good. All right, folks. Yeah, so we're gonna here while I'm still facing my layout here, because I know we're gonna get more guests. I'm gonna let you guys introduce themselves here. So let me go ahead and recap here to the audience here. This is a special
One
exclusive.
second. Somebody got a lot of background noise going on behind it. I think it's Riri or you. There's somebody
Oh
doing something in the back. Riri, is that
Me?
you?
no,
Yeah,
Maybe
there's a
it's
boom,
me.
boom, boom, boom in the back. Yeah, that's you. Someone's walking in the back. Okay. Sorry, my ears are very sensitive.
oh yeah, for
Okay,
me,
go ahead.
I'm in a quiet area here.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. I sent all my kids home.
Give me the glass, please.
So Daddy is working. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So, ladies, thank you very much for taking time off your busy schedule to be.
Glass.
Can you mute your phone? Riri, we can hear everything in the back. Mute yourself. Okay. Go ahead. Sorry.
Okay. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to Current Situation Media. My name is AJ. Everyone call me Current Situation. We are here tonight to analyze our show speed 5 hours tour in Liberia. The internet is going crazy. Everybody posting different content. He was live. Every country he sets his foot in, he's go live here, and we see the numbers, his audience, and as we all know, the purpose of his visit to Liberia and different African countries is to expose our culture. His visit was not to link with other content creators, but to expose the culture of that particular country he's in, and he's very energetic. So Liberians been anticipating this, and yeah, so he left Senegal and bam, in Liberia. So tonight we are just analyzing. We're gonna be here on the show for 2 hours. Some of our guests will leave, and some will come in. And yeah, but it's analysis here. We just want to know the best moments. The first thing we would like to know if Liberia deliver as everyone were anticipating. And yeah, but so go ahead, guys. Introduce yourself. We're gonna start with Riri, and yeah, introduce yourself, and then from there, LIB Rachel will introduce herself. Then we can fire it up.
Um, First of all, I want to say Happy New Year to LIB Diva and AJ. Thanks for bringing me on. It's been a long year, 2025 and it's 2026. Well, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Lorianne. I'm a red carpet host, talk show host, and that's just it. All of the above.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate that here. All right. So go ahead.
Oh, my turn.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm Miss LB Diva. Coming in new. My name is Rachel, but don't call me Rachel on Facebook. Call me Miss LB Diva. I'm just kidding. I am on a huge platform. I have a YouTube channel, Facebook, TikTok. I'm influencer, content creator, talk show host as well too. So yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
All right. Thank you. That was short and sweet to the point here. These ladies are ready. We're expecting our sister Lydia will be joining us. Mr. Talu and Malcolm from Minnesota will be joining us. Also, VK will be joining us as well. So I'm trying to get a screen where we all pretty much the scene layout here. I'm still kind of going through it. I usually don't use StreamYard that much, so I'm still playing around it. But yeah, ladies, here we will break things down here. We will start from the beach, because I think that's the first place they took him. So let's break things down here. First of all, let's hear your let's start from the beach first and see what was supposed to be done and what was done. Was it okay? From your point of view, because everybody have different analysis on how his experience went here. So let's start from the beach. When they took him on the beach, we saw that he played volleyball. He went to the canoe, and he did other stuff. Some little kid, went to him and chatted with him. Yeah. So give me your analysis first from the beach. Let's start with LIB Diva.
So first, when I first started, I was like, why are we taking him to West Point? West Point is one of the most ghetto place in Liberia. Okay, so everybody was scared that, oh my God, something's going to happen to him. He's going to get robbed or something like that. So I was like, why did they take him there? But then I'm somebody that always sit by and read things. And I was like, first of all, West Point is a beautiful area. If only we can develop that area, that would be great. It's a very beautiful area that it took him there. I didn't agree with the volleyball aspect of it because I mean we play volleyball in America. Again, this boy wanted to experience the rich soil of Africa. He wanted to do something strange, something people never seen before. And I don't think I disagree with the volleyball part. But then later when I saw that he went canoeing on the water, other stuff, I was like, okay, this is beautiful. But for people that are like, oh my God, why did it take him to West Point? When you look at West Point from a drone up, that place is so beautiful. If only we can develop that, that place would be one of the most beautiful places for tourists that will attract tourists there. So the first thing is, I didn't agree with the volleyball, but later on I was like, okay, that's fine. But then it got so chaotic trying to get him out of there. I think it took almost 15, 20 minutes in traffic trying to get him back to the city. But that was my view on that.
Okay, thank you very much. Yeah, and Riri, your analysis on the West Point on the beach.
I don't have much to say because I honestly really didn't watch the part he was on the beach. In West Point, I think I literally caught up with when he was in Monrovia, the central part. So I really didn't see the part that he was on the beach on there. But I kind of agree with what LIB Diva is saying. Kind of make a whole lot of sense, but I can really speak on that really because I honestly didn't watch the video.
Okay, thank you. Well, let me just give my input here on the beach. Then we're gonna move forward here. I think there are two awkward moments on the beach. I like the canoe part. That's our tradition. We like to fish. So I think that taking him on the canoe was okay. But two awkward part that I didn't like. Number one here, I mean, I wrote about this. Even LIB Diva wrote about this. So we the bloggers and the promoters, the influencer, we gave our input, on what we expect for Liberia to do. So volleyball is not our traditional sport. I know he was there for like maybe 5 minutes, but still that part was not even supposed to occur. We don't play volleyball like that. You know what? Have him, you know, go. He went to the volleyball section. He's thinking that, oh, is this part of our culture? Because remember now his visit was exposed. So everything, every corner of stuff he made have to be all about Liberian culture because you have close to what 50 some odd thousand people watching around the world, and more will tune in to watch his visit in these countries. So we're supposed to do what we can do to expose our culture, that will attract the Westerner tourists, and that will attract people to be like, okay, let me visit Liberia, because a lot of African Americans and Americans when they leave the U.S., all they visit is Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana. You
Ghana.
don't really see them visiting Liberia. So it was an opportunity for us to say, okay, we are on the beach. The beach is, we got seaport, nice area, right? All right. I think maybe what we're supposed to do is play some game in the sand, and the canoe part was okay, but that volleyball, I was kind of, oh, this is weird, because it's not our traditional sport. Or we're supposed to play a little free time ball for 5 minutes,
Yep.
set up the pole, play a free time ball. This is what we do on the sand, or have some running test or running race, something that will expose our culture and
Oh,
so
park up
like
in.
Right.
Just to
But
add on, just to add on to what you were saying, AJ, some pack
yeah,
up and stuff like that. Those are the sports I know when people go on the beach, the boys and play like you said, free time ball, pack up and stuff like that on the
yes,
sand.
yes, yes. Go. Do you want to add to that, LIB Diva?
Yeah, like I said, that was the only thing that took me far. I was like, I would clench it to I was like, oh my God, why are we doing this? Like, can we do something else? And then he kept complaining it was hot. It was hot. And then that time of the morning, and then you on the beach, and that sun is directly on your face. And I was like, you get that ball out of there. And I hate to be hot. So anytime I hear people say they're hot, I'm freaking out, like get them somewhere cooler or get them water. But yeah, the whole volleyball thing, I don't remember the last time I ever went Liberia and saw anybody put up volleyball net anywhere to play volleyball. That is an American thing. But again, I can see why, because we have a close tie with America. So I can see why they are putting that into it. But that was not our culture. And I always like to remind people, like when I just did my video on TikTok, like, yes, we are connected to America, but at the same time, also, too, we still have a tradition before America even came and brought people to settle on our land. So we shouldn't forget that. I think that's what we should be showing to anybody that want to see Liberia, instead of trying to show them here we have same things as America do. So that was just my take on that.
All right, good analysis here, ladies. I'm still fighting here to bring a good layout here for our viewers.
You fine.
Yeah, yeah, in which I will do, instead of solo scene here, I'm trying to make fit the scene here on the horizontal layout.
Okay.
So yeah, I will get it.
StreamYard can be extremely hard to. I used to work with it a couple of years back, and I just got tired. I was like, no, that's why I do my show, everything in person. Now I got to straight to StreamYard because I having more than 5 guests that don't live
Yes,
in my state that
yeah,
want to do an interview with me, and I was like, maybe I need to do StreamYard, but it can be so. I understand when you're struggling to do it. I understand it can be very
yes.
difficult if you
You
don't
are,
work with it every day.
yeah, you're
It
absolutely
can.
right. You have to play with it, right? This is
Yeah.
practice. Perfect. Yeah. So and Facebook, and when they bring 4 people on here, and we're anticipating more guests here. So let's move on here. Thank you very much, ladies, for that breakdown here on the beach. So I think it was a little, to me, it was a failure right there for the Liberian organizer. Those that organize it, that the beach supposed to also be a center of attraction, where he's supposed to, take away something very good from the beach. So let's move on here. And one of my awkward moments is on the beach when he was walking. Is like the security. The people were so excited that they not really give him chance to do some stuff. He was hot. LIB Diva talk about give the man bottle of water. The organizer walk with water on your back or something. The man was very hot. So you should have offered him a bottle of water. I mean, come on now. I know he's very energetic, but he was hot. He even complained, say, I'm hot. It's the signal right there. He did not verbalize that he need water, but come on now. You have a superstar. The audience could not give him chance, and you couldn't offer this man a bottle of water. And you could tell that he was very thirsty, and at one point, some other his fans tried to grab him, and he allowed him to come. Security allowed him in, and I think what that guy was supposed to do, he was supposed to seize that moment. He was supposed to come down and try to speak clearly for ISHOWSPEED to understand him. He was overexcited, saying
Yes,
that
I
I want to
will.
fight you. He said, I want to fight you, but ISHOWSPEED did not understand him. Well, ISHOWSPEED said, do you want to F me? He said, I want to fight you. Ashospi said, do you want to F me? So Ashospi was trying to grasp what he was saying. So that moment was very awkward, because, I mean, American audience were also watching. So that kid was supposed to take that moment to say, okay, I'm standing in a close proximity with this man. I want to battle you. Try to use some
Let,
other words that he will
let me
understand.
let me say something to that. Don't blame
Yeah.
the kid. Blame the organizer. They should have prompted that kid or try to interpret for him or try to step in to tell him what exactly he meant. But we just let that kid just went on and on. That was not
But
that kid
Diva,
responsibility.
how are you blaming the organizer, and it was very swift. That kid was not part of the program. I should
That's
speak there,
fine.
allow him to come to him to say something.
Somebody still should have done that. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
we are the people that's supposed to lead the youth. Okay, we can put everything on there. He doesn't know. He never been in that situation before. It's his very first time. We, the adults, have to guard him to do better next time, and we should have stepped in. So Even though it was funny, but I don't blame the kid at all. I blame the there was a lot of adults around, but again, some adults don't even know better. So how would they even teach him? They don't even know better. But that was not his fault. Okay, so I will not blame him on that kid. He doesn't know better.
Okay.
But that was
Uh,
funny.
uh, uh, Ariana,
Oh, it seems
what
like you're
was one
breaking
of your
in.
best
Yeah,
moments?
you breaking in now. Okay, now we can hear you now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you're breaking
Yeah,
in now,
what
but you're good now.
happened?
Yeah, yeah. What was one of your best moments? I know you have not seen all the clips here, but for the clips you have already viewed, tell me one of your best moments, or few best moments on his tour.
Well, before I analyze, like, the few clips that I saw, I would just roll back from the beginning with the organizing of the event. The organizers did not do justice at all, because if he's spending 5 minutes to each location, or 3 minutes, 2 minutes, they should have organized, like, okay, this is going by A to Z. You know what I'm saying? When we hear to A, this X, Y, and Z, we're gonna do the A, and we're gonna have people that will do X, Y, and Z, the A. Like Richard mentioned, he was hot and he needed water to drink. So these kind of things need to be organized first. What we doing? Are we doing A? We're doing the beach. We're doing the park. We're doing the soccer field. We're doing whatever we're doing. All those things should have been lined up, instead of you being all over the place. To me, it seems like they're just going merry-go-round all over the place. That's number one. It just wasn't planned and organized enough. And a lot of ideas wasn't thrown out there enough to show Liberia culture, because, like Richard mentioned, we do have a culture. So these things should have been shown first. Okay, you coming over here, if you can fence, block the place, or however, and have these different culture truths, or whoever, what I'm saying, different tribes do things X, Y, and Z, so he can see that we do have, a culture within our country. So I will start with that first. But some of the videos, some of the clips and stuff that I saw, with the one of my moments that I really enjoyed was the little culture thing that he was dancing and bothering. That was really beautiful. I really, really did enjoy that. And it's like kind of like pushing people back. I'm not overheard. His security was like step back, step back. So it's like he have a little space to himself, because number one, the country is hot already by itself. You can't compare Liberia heat to America heat. Liberia is hot. So you gotta give that man some space, some space, so he can breathe up. You don't want him to something to happen for him to fall off or something. But I really did enjoy that moment, because I feel like there was a whole lot of space for him to perform or do whatever he wanted to do. And secondly, some of the ideas and stuff, when you planning this kind of event and you're getting ready for a big superstar to come to your country, he didn't come to collaborate. But at the same time, you can collaborate with all you not knowing you collaborating. That's number one. And what I mean by that is, like, for example, the food. Don't take it to an expensive restaurant, a Royal Hotel, all of those. You know what I'm saying? You take it to those little places and organize security that's there to say, okay, man, Seba, you responsible for the pamper today. Okay, man, Peter, you responsible. Just stuff like that. He also promoting their business too as well, and they're also selling. So it's not, if you understand what I'm saying, it's like, I'm not here to do. I'm a content creator, but I'm not here to collaborate. But at the same time, all these people with their businesses responsible for X, Y, and Z is still collaboration. And he also selling the country out and selling their businesses out too with their name. Because, like you said, that book got over 1 million followers. You got over 1 million people going to be watching. Still, people are going to tune in to watch later to see this kind of thing. So if you have those things organized in place, and number one, what I would say, whoever the organizer within Liberia, they should have also reached out to the diaspora to figure out, like, okay, how can we do this? How can we, what I'm saying, get on a little group call, conference call, whatever it is. Okay, we don't want to leave you guys out, or however, how can we all come in? What ideas you have? You know what I'm saying? So we can share ideas and figure out how can we, because they live in Liberia, we living over here in the diaspora. Content creators is like, it's wide space. You bringing people together. People want to see what's going on, what happening. So that part right there was a gap in between, and that I noticed, that I observed, a huge gap or huge mistakes. So nothing ready was ready, like selling out to me if you already asked me. There's nothing of a culture wise for selling out. I know I saw a comment people talking about the jollof rice situation. You have to realize when it comes to food, and a lot of I don't think a lot of people already know jollof rice is not our food. Okay, we just remix. Jollof rice was originally from Gambia and Senegal. That's where it came from. So we just like remix it. And number one, I will get it plus 100% Liberians know how to cook. We can take anybody food, any culture food, and turn it into something and people can enjoy it. But I expected more of our own food to be introduced. So this is what we know what I'm saying. We made this is what we eat, this is what Liberia produce. So these things should have been shown there. But that's just my 2 cents.
Wow. Good analysis. Let's
Yeah.
hear from yeah, very very good analysis. Folks. Larry Annan said a lot of things. So, let's hear from Rachel. I know maybe she might have a different perspective on things because she was
Yeah.
following the events. So, what were your best moments? Then from there, you can respond to some of the things that Larry Annan said with
Okay.
regards to the Jollof rice, and also that she don't think that the event was well planned and executed.
So some of my best moment were the cotton tree. Now, for my 40 something plus year being on this earth, I never heard about not the cotton tree, the wishing well. I never heard about the wishing well. I heard about the cotton tree. I heard about Providence Place, Providence Islands, I mean. But it was one of the highlights I kind of like. And then what really brought tears to my eyes were him uniting with his forefathers. The I think the crew of the Gripper tribes, elders were there to meet him. They crowned him. They also gave him a native name called Twet, and I learned it means elephant or lion, something like that. One of those animals it named. But that was one proud moment. I was like, wow, they are connecting the dot. They are connecting him to the land. I like that. I like that it also took him to learn how to make the Liberian country cloth. He was able to weave some of them. They also took him to the Tukar Palace Hotel, which was really nice. The thing I didn't like about it, like we should have prepared and make it a little nicer. And I don't know why that building's still sitting there untouched and it can be renovated. I still don't understand that why. But the weaving, the tradition dancing was great. The crowning of him also was great as well too. And what else did I take from that too? Those were the highlights that I kind of like. And then the it just went off abruptly. I was like, come on, give me more. I know we have more to show. Now, the organizer did extremely well. Okay. Now you're keep in mind that Liberians or Liberia do not really know what tourist is or what it stands for. So therefore, we don't know how to present ourselves in a great spotlight. The Ghana and Nigeria has seized the opportunity. We are just coming on, so we need to give them a break and cut them a slack. Okay. Now I like it that they're actually doing that now because back then they would take them to some to meet the president and do all that stuff and go to the club, go to buy a restaurant. At least they didn't take him because I was figuring out that please don't take him to no club. Don't take him to no D Calabash. He does not want to see that place. He wants to see something authentic and organic because we can have D Calabash anywhere. So I'll give him an 89%. They did an extremely well job actually showcasing our tradition to him. Now, when I come to the food, I was mad. And if AJ can bear me witness, I posted less than 24 hours. Do not give that boy jollof rice to eat. I posted it. Do not. Instead, give him GB or some palm butter and rice. Our
Yeah.
real native food. Since when and jollof rice being our native food, like Riri just said, jollof rice is not our native food. How many Liberians eat jollof rice every day on the basis like how many? We don't. We swallow, we eat rice. We eat rice almost every day, not jollof. We eat our pan butter, our cassava, we eat our potato green, pepper soup, fufu and soup. Like I even joke about that. See you get up, person at GB, you're carrying Lima Kante to kind of like swallow. And then we won't give him jollof. And that jollof was not one of the best jollof that he had ever had. Okay. And people are making excuses like, oh, and the probably taste Nigerian jollof. We ain't comparing ourselves to Nigeria. Now, the reason why that boy brought up Nigeria because somebody mentioned it. I don't know why we keep comparing ourselves to other people. We are unique in our own way. So I disagree with the jollof part. And for people that are calling that girl ugly, talking about the most beautiful girl, that girl is not ugly. You're like Brempo used to see bleaching queen. Everybody want to be light skinned before you think they're fine. Dark skinned people are beautiful. We are dark skinned people. Few of us might be lighter. But because that girl is not light skinned and she put all the plenty makeup onto the slave queen, I see you're talking about she's not the most beautiful girl in Liberia. What she want, she's the most beautiful girl and she was there to represent us. So y'all that disagree say she's not beautiful because she was not putting on all the expensive stuff or whatever you wanted her to put makeup on and dress. I don't know what you guys was expecting. That girl came out there, she represented us well. She's beautiful. She won in a story. If you think you're beautiful, get your beauty somewhere else. But you need to stop bullying that child because she is not ugly at all. She is a very beautiful girl. So I took that part from that. I was like, I don't like that. But again, like I said, I gave them an 89% for they really did extremely well. Nobody had ever been able to do that. I like it. They didn't take him to go see no president. And for what I say, him, I can't see Joe Weah. He not need to do nothing with Joe Weah. Okay? That thing is more, oh, he should have met Joey because you need to be living their past everything. We don't want it. We don't want it. Your next time you're coming to go see somebody else, and I know this DJ will come for me on their life here. And I don't care, but he did need to see Joey, even though he's a good fan, a big fan of soccer. But that was not the highlight of our rich culture and soil, not to highlight soccer player, to highlight how does he connect. How can they want to connect with his motherland, and we're able to do that at least 89 to 90%. I give it out to them.
Yes, good analysis.
And just
Yeah,
to add on to what Richard was saying,
yeah,
even though he's a big soccer fan, and I'm glad that they didn't take him to see Joea. And just point blank, Joea, he's the greatest African soccer player of all time. But you still got other players named there. But I just wanted to emphasize on that. I'm glad it just didn't take him there to go see Joea and for Joea to show him how to play soccer. And just to add on to what another thing that Rachel had mentioned with his ancestors and stuff for him, like trying to figure like, where he's from and stuff like that. I know I watched a little clip that he was asking a question, and I feel like those people really didn't do their research because he did ask them a question about Ohio, trying what his last name, wait, Watkins,
Watkins, the
right?
Watkins.
Okay, so that was a good moment, but when he asked like what part of what you call it, what
Ohio,
part of
you're from, yeah.
Ohio, yeah, you're from, I feel like they should have done that
They
research
didn't
on
get it. They
him
didn't,
like that.
they
Yeah,
put
they
in that
didn't
question
get
the ocean before. Someone didn't
it.
get it. They didn't get that question. I kept asking that question. That's why when interpret it, that's what I said getting 89%. Somebody would have been there and tried to inject and say, okay, this is what he meant, and try to help him to understand, connect them, but they just let them to just talk. And keep in mind, there's people from different part of the world. He waved from America and then Africa. That there's a cultural barrier, a language barrier, right? That somebody should have been in between again to actually help so this conversation
So,
and he can
and
understand that.
that's why I also emphasize on the planning, because these things you have to realize that some of our people, great grandparents and stuff, people that who been back when they didn't cross that level, like you said, they should have for the interpreter to be there. But if the organizer was going to come together and think on these kind of things, those things, especially if you have a group of people that you're going to represent and say, okay, you kind of like have some type of bloodline related ancestor thing joining with the Watkins and stuff. Let's study what the Watkins from, what part of Ohio they're from. Let's try to figure, because those things when you selling it, you are selling it to millions of people. It's not just Liberians that just watching. You have everybody watching, African American watching, celebrities watching, everybody watching to wait to hear you ask that question. Because one thing with African American here within America, they want to connect with their people, with the ancestors. They want to know where they're from. They want to feel like, we didn't just
It belong.
get, yeah, want to feel like, what I'm saying, what we belong. So we need these things. So those things, I feel like that was major or big, 100% major. So they should have somebody there to interpret to him, somebody who speak good English for him to understand, what they're saying. Because at one point in time, it's like he was already trying to do his ears like this. Just trying to figure like what are they really saying. So like you said, they should have hunted left that part of it. Should have somebody there to interpret. Because they need to realize it's not just us Liberians are watching. Everybody watching from around the world. And if you ask me, I feel like they have plans, they have time to learn, to see, because he went to so many other countries before he came to Liberia. So that you are seeing how people do things and how they organize, how can they come in. And that's what I'm saying. You have people in Liberia, LRBD, for that that left from here and went back and was part of the organization team. Like, y'all should understand, y'all should realize y'all crossed the water, y'all traveled to other Western countries, so y'all should
I will
realize
still
how
give
to.
them props. They did well,
I'm giving
Riri.
them pass. They
They
did.
did well.
Yeah,
They
they
did
did
well.
well.
We knew to the team. You know, Ghana and Nigeria ahead of us. We knew to the team. That pat them on the shoulder said they well. At least they can learn next time from their mistakes and say, okay, this was something that we fumble on. Maybe we should do this, this way next time. But I
But
think, like I
maybe
said, we're not
too.
big on tourists.
Yes, we are not. When we also selling the country, LRB Diva. But maybe too, if the division would stop between us and them back home, then they will try to learn, try
Oh,
to
that's a whole
realize.
nother topic there for
So
next time,
no,
Irene.
no, it's a whole nother. I'm just trying
I
to put
know.
the pops here together so you can see what I'm saying, because Nigeria has gone far and they're running with it. And like
Yeah.
AJ mentioned earlier, when African Americans leave from here and go back to Africa, they go to South Africa, Ghana, Nigeria, and maybe Tanzania. They go over there. They don't even try to go all the places and stuff. Those are the four major countries. Nigeria is top notch on the line. Ghana is second. South Africa is third. Tanzania is the last one. That's why they stopped, and
Yeah.
they feel like they had traveled the whole entire Africa, but they haven't gone to other countries. Africa is a continent.
Yeah.
They haven't visited all the places for them to see. So this was our opportunity for us to grab it and run with it and forget about like who, and come together and say, okay, LIBD Farmer needs you on the team to do this X, Y, and Z. That's my point when I'm pointing
Yeah.
out, because this is not a one-man show. This is a country. We are selling out our country. We want people to know,
Yeah.
like,
I agree.
because at the end of the day, if we here in America, when some of our African American ask where you from, and we say we from Liberia, they already know what Liberia is because that boy got a B string. You know what I'm saying? Everybody watching.
Yeah.
So now they already
I
know we have
think
a
what they
country.
should have
Yes.
done, they should have had section, where they had like when that girl, and that girl did a great job actually, give him the tour. So each section where he went to the cotton tree, that should have been somebody else that was like directing that part. And then when he went to speak to the
That's
elders,
what
there
I
should have
said
been somebody that
earlier.
was
That's what
directing
I
that
said
part.
earlier.
Like,
A to
us now,
Z.
we want to do everything by ourselves to eat by ourselves. We don't want
No,
for other people. That team, what they were, I
exactly.
saw them before the Baku can, they have a big conference, more than 50 people in that room. How can we see the 50 people actually coordinating the store? Because when I view like what's her name on Diamond, they her motherland connect in Nigeria with the other Black American she took from here. It was not one person. The people had it organized. You go to this place, okay, this person will give you this tour, this other thing. You go to the other place, the other person will give you the tour, this other thing. So they had people in every section that were giving tour on the whole slavery thing, how it came into being when they went by the. So I think that should have been organized that way, where they had like
Yes,
4 or 5 teams.
that's
That
the
okay, this
point.
is your strong,
That's
this is your
exactly what I
strong
meant.
point. You know a lot
Mm-hmm.
about this, so you gonna have spearhead this part,
Explain.
and then this is
Yes.
your section here, Rachel.
Mm-hmm.
You good at this. You
Yeah.
do this part. I think would have been great, but they
Yes.
missed that part. That's a missed opportunity, but it can be corrected. It can be corrected. I hope they can, take criticism well and not get mad and say, "Oh, what did they do? They just be criticizing." No, this is a constructive criticism. It's not to
Mm-hmm.
tear anybody down, bring anybody. We actually happy that you guys were able to actually show us in that light. But again, it could have been done better. But again, like I said, I'm a strong believer of nobody is perfect and everything cannot be 100%. We can leave 1% off, but those are things that should have been done in that way. Because, like I said, when I saw them having meeting conference, ISHOWSPEED coming to Liberia, 50, 100 people in a room. How can only one or two persons were doing everything like that? The only people that can speak good English in our country, or the only people then that know how to welcome like guests in our country? I'm confused.
Ladies, you guys hit the nail on his head, and you guys are hitting. We all have basically a similar analysis here, but I would concur with you guys, and I think that the planning was not well. It was not well planned.
Executed.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
executed. Well, maybe it was planned, but not executed. And I think
Well,
that Riri mentioned something very important. and I think they were supposed to do some collaboration with the folks in the diaspora. Whoever, whatever organization they could have passed through, they'll give our input a little bit, because at that time, right now, most of our people, they are still back home. That from the diaspora, some of them still back home there, because that tax season, they won't go in on to check on that project and stuff. So, but they did well, not extremely well for me. If you tell me to read the whole
Yeah, what's your
entire
score?
stuff, I will give them a solid C. They did not, fully
Mm.
pass. They did not, fail. I will give them a solid C. So on this, on a letter grade, let me start with LIB Diva. What would you give them on a letter grade?
I would give them a B minus. And just to kind of add to that too, maybe they will come across this video. When something like this come up again, show questions on your page, because I know they do have a Facebook page. Say, what would you like this person? Michael Jackson is coming to Liberia. What would you like them to see? What would you like us to showcase when we're giving them a tour? Just throw that question out there. Got a lot of people that got a lot of ideas. It doesn't mean that they got to take all the ideas, but I'm pretty sure they can get some ideas from those comments and say, oh, Rachel said we should take him to this place. We never heard of it. And one thing too, I spoke to my girlfriend Bernice on the phone about it, and she mentioned something. And I seen a video of it, and I said one day when I go, I will try it. There's surfing that goes on in Liberia. There's kids that surf on the beach every day. Why wouldn't you think this guy's surfing? Because nobody know that Liberian guy surfers over there. And I was like, you know what? I came across a video once upon a time about a kid that actually surfed in Liberia, and we didn't take him there. So maybe next time they should ask for idea and suggestion. It don't mean, like my point in Liberia, it don't mean that you're dumb or you don't know what you're doing. But it just means that you can add to what you already know to make it better. Then every day we grow, we learn. Every day we age, we learn. Doesn't mean that you're dumb. It just means that you're looking for suggestions or ideas. Celebrities all around the world do it a lot. Every time they ask the public opinions. It's public opinion. It don't mean you can take it 100%. And I just want to kind of add that in there.
Okay. Thank you. Yes, but it was pretty easy, LIB Diva. But let me hear Riri letter grade first, then I'll comment. What's your letter grade? You have to grade the entire program, or maybe tour of our show Speed in Liberia. Your letter grade that
Uh,
you organized.
I would give them B. It's not an A. I would give them B.
Okay, so Riri giving them B, LIB Diva gave them B, man, which is C plus. I gave them a solid C. And let me tell you one of the reason I gave them a solid C here, because because they were all over the place here. The security was not, if he was not going to bring his own security, it was going to be okay. The Liberian
Yeah.
police did not really do nothing to control that
He
crowd.
was
People
exposed to a
just
lot.
jumping. Yeah, you
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
exposed to danger, or maybe anybody just hawking him up, tearing his
Yeah.
jersey. Because the kids were overexcited, and most of the people that were following it was the youth. And Liberian consider youth anything from 18 to 40, I get.
15. All they got to say you.
Yeah, they get caught as
Stop it.
yeah. Liberian,
Stop
when they in our
it.
yeah, they caught us. No, I'm telling you, right in Iowa, some older
That's
guys
true.
they caught us youth, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
they were the youth.
yeah,
Oh
I'm
man,
like,
you got to say you the youth.
yes, I'm like, youth is from 18 to 26 or something. That's So the security was not on top, and I wrote about it. I wrote about security. I wrote about exposing to our food, and let's go on the food here. My point of view on the jollof rice. The jollof rice was not well presented. I was so embarrassed. Oh my god! Even though jollof rice
The
is
one
not
was very saying.
yeah, but it was
So
not. But
fast.
look how it was presented like this in a little styrofoam
Yeah,
bowl.
on the street.
It
They let you
on
just
the
pass when
street.
I go by church, go for
Yes,
food. Just get to the budget that I left no
this is
homemade.
what they were
I thought
supposed
the
to.
boy gonna go sit down and have a
There
good
you go.
meal,
And
you know.
and
Yeah.
just to add onto the jollof rice part, like you said, the way how it was presented, jollof rice number one is not our food, but when they're doing the competition, even other content creators, other influencers, they always give Liberia the number one when it comes to jollof rice. So they should have still presented themselves well with that food so people can know. Because come to think, let's be realistic. We all brag about jollof rice. We all go against Nigeria because Nigerians feel like they face the best jollof rice in Liberia. You know what I'm saying? We all brag about it. So that jollof rice are looking like, you know how when you got your kids in the home, you got a step kid.
Or
you just it's just
leftover.
packaged and left over and
Yeah,
you can
leftover. Our look,
Looking at party food.
And I mean, I was so embarrassed when I saw that presentation of Jolly. Me and later talk about it. Well, this is how
I said
the Jolly
no.
also be presented. It also be presented in a Calabar, our Calabar then.
Yeah,
Calabar,
that would have
and where
been
he
good.
sit it down, he have a bottle of water. Then you tell him, say, I shall speak. Guess what? Can you and this person do a competition who will finish the little portion of jollof rice? And the jollof rice will come with vegetables, some
I think we're
chicken.
where.
It was supposed to be well presented because like brain protein, they cook the number one jollof rice. But
No,
look
we
how
don't
they
think
present.
we
Yeah,
do. Number
No,
two,
we
okay?
do.
We number two. I give it to what Senegal? Yes.
but Senegal
I give it to
No,
number
invented it.
two.
no, Richard, no, Richard. I disagree. You cannot put Senegal and Gambia in this competition. We are number one. They invented the
Okay,
jollof
apart from
rice.
them.
That's cheating.
Yeah,
That's
but
cheating.
look
Don't
how the
put.
jollof rice was presented. So, man, I was so embarrassed when I seen, you know, and
Yeah, I
someone
think the
said
presentation plays a big
the
part. Yeah, the
presentation was very
presentation.
poor. The jollof rice was not well prepared. He was supposed to see the ingredients. He was supposed to sit down with a bottle of water. At least the jollof rice
Explain
just
what
look
we
like
even
at
put
least
in the food, give a
yes,
presentation like this is made out of this one. We put this in
yes.
it, we put that in it,
But
and
they
this is
asked
how
the
it
men, the
come
men
up.
said Nigerian jollof rice is the best. It was a humiliation
But
right
why
there.
do we even ask you in the first place?
I know.
That was wrong to even bring another country up in that. Even though I know it's a rival, it's been a war for I don't know how many years now, but we should not even mention that. And I was freaking out when he started saying he was sick to his stomach. I'm like, we're having a problem. Like I was freaking out. But I think a lot of people say that his taste buds went away because he was feeling sick. That's the reason why he really didn't rate the Jollof with 10/10 that we're expecting. But I don't think it is, but I will be very
I
honest. You
don't.
know,
I
I'm really
don't.
trying to honest. You were very
Yeah,
honest. For
I don't
real.
really think. I don't really think the question should have been asked. Maybe when he
Right.
come back to the US and he want to do his rating, his review, how he
Hmm.
feel, that's on him. That question shouldn't be asked at the end of the day. Let's just focus on us Liberian, because at the end of the day, Nigerians feel like they already got an entertainment war. They're not willing to share it. So this is our
Right.
moment. What are that 1 second? That's your moment. You kind of show up real good in that 1 second to
And
represent
forget your
yourself.
competitor. Why you
And
mentioning your
forget it, yes.
competitor?
Why are you comparing? We hear this song all the time. All the time they want to be singing Nigerian got the best Jollof, best Jollof. Let's just leave it alone. So if you feel like you want to ask that question, you should have cooked that Jollof good.
Yeah, that delivery was a it was an epic feeling for us.
Yes, it was a failure. Big failure. The beach stuff, the volleyball stuff was a failure, and the security was a failure. It was so good that he came. He traveled with some really tough guys that were able to keep up with him, and
Yeah.
we did not expose or display our real, authentic culture. Like bro, failed to display that culture to the world. We were
The
all
country club, all
ecstatic
of
to
those
see.
We
things.
should have even
Yeah.
taken him to the historical site up there and get him go
Yeah.
into the library and show all the tribes, what the tribe stands for, the what
Yes.
the 1316 tribe, and show him all
The 16 tribes. Yep.
those faces of the devil and all that stuff, and actually explain. Go, this is what Nigeria and Ghana do. That's what they do. That's what most people fly into
Benin
their
did
countries
that.
every day. Thank
Benin
you.
when he went to Benin show did the show. Benin showed
You see
out.
that?
That
Because we still
part
have
Benin
those
people there for
statues.
Benin showed out.
We have those statues. Why would he show him those statues at all? That would have been a hit for us. I mean, the problem was good. Though. It was a great idea. Again, whoever told that cutting tree from over there, you're please plant that cutting tree back. And you enforce it. I don't care what kind of wind or storm can you enforce that cutting tree. All the puppet and I get at least one thing in your title red club around that cutting tree. It needs to be preserved because I was shy. I was like, oh my god, why are we preserving a cutting tree but it's not there? But then when I tell him why is it not there? Oh, there was a cutting tree here, but we planted it on that side because it felt like what happened. When you want to give a history, be thorough and detailed. Don't get half of it. Now, I also got a little anxiety when I heard
Hmm.
EJ Rowe was first president. I was like, huh? And I started reciting my president's
Who?
list.
Who?
EJ Rowe,
Who
EJ Rowe
said
was fifth
that?
president. No, they said she said fifth, but he heard
Oh,
her as
he heard
first.
that first.
But then
Oh,
she also agreed and said yes, first.
oh my
But
God.
she didn't understand what he actually meant. But I was like, huh? I was like, okay, just said chicken rivals. I started reciting it in my head. I was like, no, he's not the first president of
But
Liberia.
that's what you also mentioned, and that's where the interpreter could have come, because this is the thing us Liberians facing. We don't have to come and speak like Americans for them to understand us, okay? You can speak a standard English, pronounce your words very good so that people can understand you. And that's one thing we lack of. Librarians are lack of comprehension. We lack of that. So, like you mentioned earlier, they should have at least 4 to 5 interpreters there because you can't have one interpreter will get tired interpreting all the time. So have those have those backup and stuff like that so he
Yeah.
can understand what are you saying, because he kept asking. He at one point in time was even embarrassed when he asked, "Do you speak English?" That he asked that question. I watched the video. He was like,
Wow.
"Do you speak English?" Yeah, it
Yeah.
was so embarrassing, like really,
And
really
the boy asking for
embarrassing.
our food and we telling him beans and rice. I want to slap that person that said beans and rice. The boss said, what's your favorite food, you idiot? Instead of saying jeep or pambata, so you talk about beans and rice. You even said
We,
jollof for beans and rice. The other, I was like, really?
eh,
You
So
that's
like
your
you
that's
like
your
let me
favorite food?
let
that's
me
what
come
I
in.
said. If and hold on, AJ. That's what I said with every station. And AJ mentioned is the security wise. So if they would have pointed from A to Z, okay, A, we're gonna be here. Okay, Richard, you part of the A department. Make sure that area handle. Okay,
Right.
B, AJ, you part of the B department. Will coming over there because you're not using the same person. That's why I talk. That's why I said he's not there to collaborate, but it's the same thing as you know what I'm saying. Collaboration at the same time, if you really think about it. So you're not overworking the same people running and running up and down. And the security squad, been tell you why, because the boy got a huge fan base. Y'all been watching, y'all been seeing. Now if you want to run around in the street, he can run around. And one other clip that I saw that said SRO block the boy with. I
The
wanted to
other will
slap
show
him
a jeep.
for
The
to
boy will
my
show a
home.
jeep.
Oh my
The boy
goodness,
show a
Lord have
jeep.
mercy.
He will show a
Let,
jeep.
let me let me let me say something very important, and this just to our Liberian people, and no disrespect to Liberia. I'm a Liberian. I'm proud to be a Liberian. But we need to stop comparing ourselves with Nigeria. And let me say this: Nigeria have a population of
The
237
people
million.
plenty. The people plenty money or
America
triple
have a
us.
population of 347. They're close to America population.
Mm-hmm.
We Liberia have a population of 5.7 million. Why in the world we always want to compare ourselves with Nigeria? We are not close to Nigeria. Our country have a 36 states.
We
A
go into
population
the
of
country
two,
twice. The double
yeah,
or twice. Tell them put it inside twice. It
not
could
even
be.
twice. A state in Nigeria is more populated than the whole Liberia. Just a state, one of that state. A
But
country
just
that
so
have a population of
AJ,
237, you compare yourself with them. Are you
com,
crazy?
compare the smallest state, compare the smallest state here in America, which is what, Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah, compare.
Yeah, so every day
They're
we
gonna
all
leave America all the We're gonna compare America, leave
no
America all the Let's just
no
go Africa. I let AJ and I say.
Diva, the reason I mentioned America because you compare America population, the world greatest country, 347 million. Then you compare Nigerian population, 237. So they have a population only 110 million different. So you Liberians be comparing ourselves with Nigerian. Oh, Nigerian this and Nigerian. Let me keep it real. We should be happy Nigeria is in West Africa. They are superpower
Yeah.
in West Africa. The
That's why
people
they
are
put it at the
overpopulated.
African giant. They
Yeah,
call
they're
it the African
African giant.
giant.
So
Yeah.
give the man a flyer when he alive. We still like our culture. Don't get me wrong. I'm proud to be Liberian. I'm not going to change my nationality to be Nigerian. No. You know
No,
what I mean?
absolutely
I
not.
want to improve my culture. I want to expose my culture. We can be the smallest country and still be powerful. All right. So when it comes to certain things, we comparing ourselves with Nigeria, like Riri said, doing the Jollof Rest scene, you're asking which one is best. Do you think that man gonna go to Nigeria and say Liberian Jollof Rest best and look at the presentation? No, it was poor. So just to tell Liberia, you start comparing yourself with Nigeria. We are way behind when it comes to Nigeria. Way behind. One of Nigeria state is populated than the whole of Liberia. So there is no way. Nigerians are all over the world, and they still have that population sitting right in Nigeria. So for us to catch up with Nigeria, it's going to be a long way. Let's develop ourselves. Let's focus on ourselves. Let's embrace
And
our
just
culture.
to just to add that also to my content creators and journalists in Liberia, like this is very important and very serious. Y'all need to start taking yourself serious. I know they have this blogger association that going on in Liberia. I don't know how productive it is, but The level of disrespect that I saw you guys doing over there is beyond me. When anybody come, what are the artists, anybody that you guys want, there should be an established group where you guys present yourself in a professional way that you want to cover this story or you want to be one of those people. And I want the tourism or whoever in Liberia in charge of journalism to pick the finest to represent. Everybody can go online, church, whatever. Everybody cannot be there. Maybe the
Right.
top five, the top three, give them the opportunity to be there and capture some of those moments. You running, y'all could have get yourself hurt. You running behind car, running behind somebody, they're pushing you, they were choking somebody else over there. You didn't have to do all of that to get content. It wasn't that serious. I wouldn't have even put myself in harm's way like that. Y'all need to start taking yourself serious. If they didn't want you there and they said they only wanted the tourist people to do it, that's fine. You can still take content from online, share on your page. Doesn't mean you must be there, right? And I know it's very important that you get raw images and raw footages from the happening right away. But if you're not invited or you submit your application, you want to cover the story or you want to be one of those people and you were denied, declined, leave it, let it be, get going, but don't put yourself in harm's way. And don't come on here making disparaging remarks against that young man. I read a blog and I have to unfollow the blog.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing they said, who is ISHOWSPEED? He got that we need that the same thing I started in the water was going on yesterday. We need to stop the thing here. Why? When they stop you from going to cover the story, that people song got nothing to do. And people in America don't consider themselves God. They inferiority that you got going on, everything. Where is America? America not God. America not heaven. America not God. That person have nothing to do with your frustration just because you were not given pass to cover the story. Take that frustration with those guys. Don't include this young man that want to come in our country to come and showcase the beauty of our land, and you putting your frustration on him. Who is actual speak? He not God. He nobody. He's somebody. The reason why you fighting to get footage of him. He's
Right.
definitely important more than you, and you don't want making yourself to be down there and will say, "Oh, they look down on people." No, you be making yourself look small. That's why you think that people look down because you put yourself in that position. I just want to kind of add it, and then you guys can jump in too later.
Yes, yes. You are right. And I should speak. Being in Liberia, it was to elevate Liberians' culture, our culture. So I mean, we although we can give our analysis of him, but you don't have to be God to come and this man pretty much put in a lot of work and planning for his Africa tour. He could have still stayed in the U.S. and go Europe and make and still got a lot of followers. But he said, you know what? Since I'm from the black race, let me visit the motherland. Let me visit Africa. Because if you're in America, all you hear about Africa is just one or two countries, and they ask if we got cities. We live among the lions and stuff. So some of these American people are like, okay, you know what? Let's go see if these people really live among the lions and tigers and stuff. So he taking his time touring Africa, and the kid is only 21. Just imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's only 21. He just turned 21. So he's still young, or 21 Liberian will consider them a kid, He's still a kid. And he left his family in the US, coming in Africa, which is sometimes, a risk too, and coming to expose our culture, and some content creators are mad at him, that he's saying some stuff. But the man is a human, and he's doing this at that age to expose the continent of Africa. You know how many followers the man get? Was 60 million.
Yeah.
So we should have seized the advantage. There was more time for planning, very more time, especially. I think is. Let me ask you guys: is Liberia the last country, or he going somewhere else?
He going Africa, Ghana, and two other places. Then he come back home. So tomorrow he will be in Africa, and then after
You'll
that
be in Cote
Ghana.
d'Ivoire,
Yes, he going
and
Africa.
look, and you will see how Cote d'Ivoire will excel. I am
Oh,
telling
yeah,
you, I've
he
been
Yes.
represent
in
our
Africa.
culture.
I,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
can already see, I can envision that Cote d'Ivoire will excel to the fullest, and that man will enjoy the Acheke. What
Oh.
Cote d'Ivoire going to do is Cote d'Ivoire will show him that culture, that
Hmm.
French man, 100%. They will show him that will show them that
And
culture.
Ghana,
Yeah,
and Ghana too. Don't leave
Oh
Ghana
yeah.
yeah,
out.
Oh, Ghana is
yes,
very boastful. Trust me, they
Ghana was
will.
Ghana was taken to that slavery what is
Yeah.
slave pass, that little
yes,
Yeah.
corner.
The
Yeah,
dam.
trust
Yeah.
me, they were
Yeah.
yes.
taken there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Liberia had the opportunity. We did some good moments. Don't get me wrong. That's why I did not say we failed. I say we get a solid C, but we did not implement the planning right. I don't know who was head of that planning committee. They were supposed to be like, you know what? Even let's go to AI or Google and find a list of like our cuisine, our culture, and present it to them.
AJ, no, I disagree. We don't have to go to AI like Richard mentioned earlier. You got so many blogs within the diaspora. Reach out to this blog, questions, throw your questions out there. On there and see how people are gonna comment. You don't have to respond to every comment. Matter of fact, you don't have to respond, but you take what you need to take from there and add it on. So that's
Yeah.
what they should have done. They should have reached out to every single blog so they can post these questions on the blog. Reach out to these blogs like 5, 6, 7 times in a day. Hey, I'm gonna need you to put this question like 10,000 times in a day. You know what I'm saying? Just post it. Just keep asking questions. Let's see your fans, your view. Let's see their comment. Let's see how people feel. Let's see how people think. That's what they should have done. So all these what I go on the internet, it should have been
You
those
know,
questions should have been flying all over the internet with
you
those
know,
with
Liberian men pride and ego for nothing, pride and ego. They will not reach out to the for the resources. The resources are handy for them, but they won't take advantage of it. So
they
that pride and that
want.
ego, because it's that division, them
Mhm.
versus us over here. So no, they don't need us. Why would they reach out to us? They don't need nothing from us. In reality, we can all learn and share information amongst each other. But they're not going to do that at all. They're not going to reach out to you because our pride and our ego will not let us be in. Why do we even have that at all? It doesn't diminish anybody or anything from you. But they just wouldn't reach out at all. They just know, I know it, I'm going to do it. And you know one thing I already shocked, somebody brought that to my attention. Where was Judy Andy? The cultural ambassador, where was
Yeah, yeah,
she?
yeah. Yeah, what was she?
She
Yeah.
was not present. Where was she? What happened to
She should
her?
have been present. She should have been there.
Yes, she's a cultural ambassador. I don't care how long she been
Yeah.
power for, but she should
Or
have been
they
present.
they could even like say for Friday the seventh man to go back there. I'm sure you are going to do something. Saying you
And,
don't want to bring
and
Judy Ellie.
ladies, do you know that our relationship, historic wise, tied to America, was supposed to really deliver? Can you imagine our capital city was named after James Monroe?
James
James
Monroe.
Monroe.
Yeah, and
James
then imagine
Monroe.
our country was created by free African American slaves that came
Yes.
to Africa. So
That came
we
to
have
They
Africa that
tried.
historic
They
ties
selling.
tried
with
to
the
tell
United.
him
That
that, but the
selling.
noise. They
Yeah,
tried to tell him. They tried to educate him that from the start, but the noise was so loud and so disgruntled. We couldn't. The boy had to scream at some point, like "Shut the f!" Like he
But
really had to scream because they couldn't be. But they tried. I heard that part that she was trying to give
but
him that history.
okay now. Oh, I agree. That's why you should have like a quiet setting because you already know your people. This is a country you live in. This is a country you wake up every morning in. You already know how we are. So those kind of good information that's telling us you have been presented just in a place that they're not
All
flying
that
all over the
chaos
place.
was not going on.
Yes,
Yeah, we're just
yes.
quiet. That's what
So
I
those
said. They should
things
have taken him to the
yes,
museum. You should have taken him to the
have been
museum. Off
presented,
street.
and then you don't want to do the chaos later. We can do the chaos later. But those things, those great information could have been presented because we here in the diaspora, we make them understand like we America and Liberia has a bond. For example, the flag alone was selling out. We just got one side, they got 50 side, but it's there. The bond is there. We have a whole capital city, like Edgy said, a whole capital city named after a
Hmm.
president. I mean, come on now. Let's be realistic. Our first president, where he from? Again, where he
America.
from?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
yeah.
So we should have presented. Like, come on.
Wow. So, folks, yeah, but congratulations to ISHOWSPEED. I already tell him thank you for
Yeah,
visiting
for
Liberia, but
stopping.
we missed a lot of good moments based on our
Mm-hmm.
relationship with America. We want to be Americans. Bulk of the Liberian wants to talk American, address American as American, and I bet you Cote
Now
d'Ivoire,
room out than that.
that first language is French, but guess what?
French.
They will have somebody speaking proper English
Interpret.
to
Proper
that
Yeah.
man
English,
for that man
yeah,
to understand.
for
And
him to
I believe
understand.
Cote d'Ivoire will deliver. I will be following in Cote d'Ivoire will deliver. Ghana will deliver. Nigeria did well. and Liberia, everybody anticipates, okay, this is the country that have the same flag similar to the US. You know, ancestor, you know, free African American slave came in this country. So they already got this. They already got this. And a lot of bloggers from the diaspora, we already posted things on our pages.
Mm-hmm.
Even
Mm-hmm.
the representative Tai Wongbe from Nema County, he wrote something too.
Also, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
which are very, very.
yeah,
They should have even followed that direction, pick something
yes,
from there too to
yes, you
showcase.
know,
But again, everybody want to add it. They know it. They know how to do it.
yes,
They don't need nobody help. That's
you
what's
know.
suffering us today.
The time for the
And I
Liberian
also
security
feel
police to
like,
act, they can act, you know. There was will come in
mhm.
huge number and even protect that ball. The crash will be,
Yeah,
you know, yeah,
and not in that interest now.
yeah. So
You know, they're not in that
Exactly.
interest.
It's not, and it fails to realize it's like what's funny is that amazing too is like we mentioned earlier, right? When it comes to Africa, entertainment wise, Nigeria, they're going far beyond, they're wrong with it. But now it's like with yeah, within the US, the Americans trying to understand there's more to Africa other than Nigerians.
yeah,
Now they're looking at Nigerians to be scammer all over the place. They understand they're getting it because there's a TikTok war be going on between day and depth. You know what I'm saying? But we still come on to try to defend. So that's what I'm saying. When you have 1 second to show yourself, come out, show yourself, come out
Mm-hmm.
loud and represent and show out. Show that's what I'm saying. This was the moment for us to show like Nigeria is not just Africa. You know, because by the time you tell somebody you're African, the very first thing they will say to you, Nigerian.
Nigeria, yeah.
I'm,
Are you from
I'm being
Nigeria?
for real with you. Are you from Nigeria? That's the very first thing they're gonna say.
The
Until you
thing that's
start
the only
walking.
country in Africa. That's what I think.
Exactly. But now it's like they're getting to realize, LIB Diva, that Nigerians are scammers. That the person they will tell you, if you on TikTok live, AJ, I'm telling you, they be going at it with Nigeria. Like it be a war on there. Like one African, by the time you click the live, they will tell you, oh, don't come on here and tell me you're from Nigeria. So now this was our moment for us to show out because it's like we've been chasing Nigeria so long, you know, just for us to get out there, for us to show ourselves out there. And we feel like we don't go to Nigeria for us to shoot a movie or make music or produce a song, then we're not doing well. So that's what I'm saying. You on a platform, an international platform that you have so many producers following, watching, gonna see your talent. So this is the time you yourself as an individual, if you feel like you're gonna run into him one way or the other, you need to be script ready. Script
Yep,
ready. Show
absolutely.
yourself. Speak good English so he can understand you, so the world can understand you. Because this is you showing yourself. As much as you're representing the country, but you're also selling yourself out there. So come on, I understand the excitement and all of that because it's embarrassing for him to ask like, "Do you speak English?"
in an English speaking country, in
English
an
speaking
English speaking
country.
country,
And
yeah,
we're
yeah,
just trending for speaking good English few months ago.
yeah. We were just, but the thing that puzzles me here is this: other countries that is not English speaking country, they still speak for other people to understand them.
Other people to
While
Mhm.
understand them.
we can still keep our accent. Like LB Diva, Nigerian people keep their accent. Yes or no?
Ah, it's
They,
very
they,
hot. It's very
they don't
strong. It
try to
can't be
talk
boiled with that.
American except the generation that was born here. But
Mm-hmm.
Nigerian doctors, professors, they keep their accent. Sierra Leone doctor, professor, they keep their accent. Why
Yeah.
can't we keep our accent and still speak proper English? I mean, some Liberians do
Because
that.
some Liberian, it's not all. Maybe you only found 25%
Yeah, some Liberians
of Liberian that
do
pronounce
that.
the words correctly. You've
Yeah.
just found 25% AJ. But the problem here is like the education system. We are so backwards. Don't know how to pronounce like what are he saying? I want to fight you like
Fight
I'm
you.
for
use
you.
other words,
Yeah.
bother you or something so he
Yeah,
can
I want to bother
understand.
you or
You got a
something. So
boyfriend, you say you
if
want
the
to
man
fuck
don't
me?
understand the word fight, he think that to be F. The man even asking, "Do you want me to F you?"
You
The man
and
keep close to the man ear. Do you
yes.
want? He said, "Damn." So that thing it was very weird to that kid.
Oh my
Why can't you
god.
use a different word? I want to battle you. I know not. Maybe if you don't understand the word fight. So, ladies, let me tell you how I do my presentation. If I'm talking even on American audience, I use words that American will understand. All right, I don't use words that they will be confused. You know, I use words that they will understand. If I'm talking in front of an American audience, I can still maintain my Liberian accent and use words that they will understand. So I know the kids were over excited. He was hyped, but the man asked him about 3 times. Do you want me to
You,
F you?
he asked more than three, AJ. He asked more than three. He asked,
That was
but then
embarrassing.
it
That
was
was
very
so
embarrassing. And
embarrassing.
then he brought his ears so close. Like, do you want me to F you? Like,
Yeah.
and you stare. You, I mean, the thing about it is, like, even though when he asked 3 times, you as an individual who's trying to sell yourself out there, you still not getting his question.
Yeah.
When he asking you for you to correct him. Oh no, this is not what I meant. You just yelling. Like when they used to yell, that would be yelling
The
hallelujah
noise that they
for
were
everybody
causing
to
today, I was
understand
so
that.
vexed.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying, right? That's why
Wow.
I always mention most Liberians, 75% of Liberians, we do not know our who, where, how, what. We do not know those things. If we know, like, right, what you are presenting, that was where. Like, where? This is where I'm at. I gotta present myself to sell myself out. If we know these things, it will carry us a long way. Like, he asked us 4 different times. And he brings his ear close. You can't correct
You
yourself
can't
and
correct
say, no,
yourself.
this is not what
And,
I meant.
and your friends then want that opportunity to come close to ISHOWSPEED. Your friend, the security, he said, calm down. He even gave me a hint, said, calm down. What
Yeah,
do you want?
he patted on his back. He patted
Yeah.
on his back.
He
Like,
said,
calm
calm
down,
down.
calm down, calm down. He's still yelling.
All that kid who I said, you know what? I want to bother you. You said that
Somebody
Ronaldo
should have
is the
been
best.
there.
You said that Ronaldo is the best, but Messi is the best. You know what? I want to bother you. So they could wrestle right there for like at least 3 minutes, like they did in Nigeria, like he did
They
in
did.
man. I mean,
You're not
He's been
playing the
mean.
people
He's been
there.
mean in so
ladies,
many
Somebody
they,
places.
should have been there to
didn't
coordinate this thing.
Nigeria,
You're not playing the people.
didn't
I keep
Nigeria
telling you.
organizer watched and followed the man when he went into other countries? Why couldn't we take some important parts and say,
Do
you
you
know
not mean?
what?
And they still asking who is he when they got smartphone and Google, they still asking. Someone is still asking. They refuse to go and do research. So I'm not even surprised that they never even heard of him or they didn't do that research. The organizers. There's still people asking today. Who is this guy ever they talking about? Like you got a smartphone, use it to do the smart things that you're supposed to
Just
do.
Google it or AI
And you see
it,
that you come
and
here
the name
asking,
will be
don't
all over
like
the place.
you making it seem that the information is not available. It's available everywhere, anywhere on
Yeah,
the internet. Internet is everywhere now. So there's
we
no
live,
excuse to be
we live in,
ignorant.
we live in a digital age where the information,
Thank you.
YouTube, Google, they are our libraries. They are a university. We have a digital university in our palm. YouTube,
Yeah.
Google, AI. So come on now. Even if you don't want to go to college, you want to educate yourself. It's not like back in the day where we have to take dictionary and be looking for
And be looking for the
definition.
war, all I want
Yeah,
to wear me
yeah,
before you.
yeah. Yeah, what it mean? But we live in a digital age where you can even speak to your phone. What is the meaning of the word? Who is ISHOWSPEED? Easy, you know. So I mean,
See,
I
Absolutely.
just
AJ, if they speak to the phone zero, I don't understand what they're saying.
Another thing I want to highlight was shout out to the kids that actually did the artwork. That was
Yes,
amazing. There was a
yeah,
kid that actually presented the artwork to him when he was leaving West Point, and then
yeah,
the one that drew the artwork on the
yeah.
Ducal when they went into the Ducal. That was really amazing.
That was
And
really
then the weird
amazing.
part was when they called him, there was another guy was trying to take credit for the ball art. I couldn't understand. They say you made that. No, he made that. But why are you speaking for him? Like let him come and present himself. He kept trying to talk for the boy and trying to speak, and I was getting so annoyed. I'm like, can you just let him speak? And then when Speed finally found the boy, Speed asked him to actually autograph it or do something in the back, and then that's when the boy was trying to kind of like draw on it. And then his Speed got so emotional when he saw that one at Ducal. Like he stood right there instead of asking his camera crews to take a picture and capture that moment. They kept trying to tell him to go into the building. He was like, I need to capture this moment. So whoever did that work, that was really brilliant. That was smart.
Yeah, LRB Diva, most Liberians, they are really good at drawing.
Yeah,
They
we very
ready, yeah, they
talented
ready, we are very talented. We just don't know how to use it. Like
to shut ourselves.
the other boy who had his moment. I don't know if you guys watched that clip. You have a clear moment that I mean the crowd was around, but it wasn't equal to the other people that were yelling. And you go ask a man for phone.
Is it
You
for
go
parents?
you go ask a man for phone. The
The
boy
biggie
didn't
been
give you
here.
one. Ah,
The biggie been here too many in our
man.
country. Not
You
that
go
one
ask
said
a
what
man
even
phone. Are you
yeah.
kidding me?
Did you hear in when you were in West Point, the old man there? Let the old man there yell. Speed, we yell. I was like, oh my, what is it gonna do for
Jesus Christ.
the baking
I
too much in that
confused.
country? Let the people's son did not come to divide money. We let us stay in line for someone to get off in us. Free stuff. Like I'm like, seriously? Are you kidding me right now? You really telling the poor, oh my, your oh my there yell. And speed, we yell, we did oh my there. I'm like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. Like, why are we saying this?
He didn't really understand what it mean by that.
Honestly, no, honestly, kept going. I was like, oh my god, this is embarrassing. Like, why are we asking this boy? And then when that boy came out with the phone, my phone break, crowd, phone,
My
phone.
phone
What you
break.
supposed to
Phone,
do?
phone. What
That
you
your
want supposed to
pa?
do? Take your phone and give it to you?
Yeah, that your man. We
Oh
left
my
baking better too
God.
man. Now your pa, now your man. What you asking that boy? Yeah, telling the
You
boy
asked the
your
boy
phone
for a
broke.
phone.
Like
And not even
seriously,
asking. That's what I'm saying. You had a whole moment for you to show your talent, your skill. Then you go over there to go asking phone,
the
phone.
alpha food,
The
the
boy asking, what
baking
did you say?
benet,
Phone, phone, phone. Then you put your ear.
That was yeah.
the
That was
baking, the baking
Oh
benet
so,
too much in
God.
that country.
yeah.
The
So
begging is so it's embarrassing.
it
That
is.
thing is so embarrassing. Like for real.
So ladies,
I was annoyed. I was annoyed at that moment. Go
we
ahead,
got
AJ. I'm sorry.
10 minutes to wrap things up here, but I just want
Okay.
to say the best moments was when he met the folks who the group of folks who said they are
Yeah.
ancestors. Even though the group of folks screwed up, they did not do that research because they used that name Watkins. It caught his attention. He even shed
Yeah.
tears. And he wanted to know a little bit more. And later on, maybe when he come in the U.S., he can be there. You know what? And throughout my tour, I met my ancestor. Let me do some research. The man
Mm-hmm.
asked them, say, which part of
Part
Ohio?
of
Because
hope.
there's a lot of people named Watkins. Even my
Yeah.
last name is Hoax. I have some people named Hoax. They're not even related to me. All right. So
Right.
the man said,
Right.
okay, are you Watkins? This is my ancestor. He was excited. It was a very
He even
emotional.
cried. He even
Yeah, he
cried and
cried.
He
hugged the
cried,
He
yeah.
bucket. I was
asked
like,
them
oh
a
my
question, a
god.
follow-up question, because the American people, those kids,
Mm-hmm.
they
They
already
want to know.
smart.
They want to connect the
Which
dots.
part of Ohio, brother? They heard that question, but they ignore it.
You know the question.
The man said, "We part of Ohio." They didn't do that research to say, "Okay, what he wanted to do." Right? He wanted to build that information to say, "Oh, I think
Mm-hmm.
these people can, they
Let me
might be my ancestor." So when
let
I
me
go
go
back in
ask
the
my
U.S.,
mom.
yeah, when I go back in the U.S., I will do some research because guess what? They stated the state of Ohio, our name the same, it's spelled the same, and they stated the city in Ohio. So he wanted more information, but they like, you know what, brother, the other information that we just want to get close to you, we don't care. We want to get back in.
It's like
And do you
it,
know that some people started doing research and they came back and said, "But got no ties and no rules to us." I said, "You're on your own, now your business." Oh, we know that our
it's
that
so
was Sunday. He
stupid.
saw and they saw it. Like you're
It's
putting
so
research they're doing, now
stupid.
you're business. He saw and they
But
saw it. We accept
but
it.
it's like me meeting Chris Bryan telling me, say, "Oh, you my brother or cousin or somebody." I would definitely tell him, you for top of Hackett, Virginia, man. That's where you from. That's where I'm from. Stop playing with me.
Yeah, and
Do your research, bro.
But the girl did a good job. The girl that was giving the tour, she spoke very, very eloquently.
yes,
I really admire and enjoy everything she did, taking him around, the crowning of him, putting the country cloth around his neck, giving him the beads. I like it when they put the coat on him. Jai, the girl put in can dress the coat in the lapa, they tie the
yeah,
lapa. And did you guys know he refused to remove the lapa? When he was
Yeah.
hot, they told him to take. He said, "No, tie it back on. I want to keep it on." But
yeah,
they took the coat off him because he was really getting hot, and we all know this time of the year is extremely hot in Liberia. So
right,
he took the coat off, but he kept that lapa on even when he went to Tukopa. He kept the lapa on because he was connecting that he felt a sign of acceptance. He felt that this was where he belonged, and so he probably might take it home. Probably might bring it back to the U.S. I
oh
don't
yeah,
know,
He will bring it
but
back.
he,
He
but
he
definitely
was,
will
he
bring it
like
back.
keeping that on, and then when they gave him the name, and the other girl tried to change his name, he was like, "No, no, 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 no. My sister gave me 20. I'm not changing my name," because she was like, "Do you know your name?" He's like, "Yeah, they just gave me a name. I forgot." She said, "Well, saying you don't remember, I'm gonna get you Sa." He said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm not changing my name. My sister gave me 20, and that is my name. I'm not changing the Sa." That was a good moment for me. I was like, "Why he actually loving." The love that he's getting, and he's connecting the energy. He's like, these are my people, they have my blood, and so I want to hold on to that. I already hated that he just ended the life abruptly. But from what I heard, I ain't seen on his page, but I just did say it because I been on his page like looking for information. They said due to the heat and how chaotic it was, whoever giving him the tour, the tourism people said that he should end the life because it was too chaotic.
That's a
Well,
lie.
I don't know how true that is because I went on his page. He only posted the artwork and said like Liberia, thank you for welcome or something like that. That was all he posted on his page. I want his YouTube channel. He has not gone live yet, and we actually had a good world record because he only went live for what 2 to 4 hours, and we got 1.8 million views from Liberia. So that's a record. He was on live for 8, 10 hour other places. But he only did what 2 or 4 hours in Liberia, and he got that much view and that much followers. So we did a good job. So let's take something good out of this. We did a good
Oh,
job.
no, no, no.
Mhm.
That's why we gave
Yeah.
a letter grade. You know, Rihanna gave a B. You gave a B minus. I gave a solid C. Yeah. So we still gave LIB. We did not fail the organizer. We still passed them
Yeah.
because to get
There's still
humanity.
room for improvement. There's still room
Yeah,
for improvement.
room room
So
room for improvement. You are absolutely right. And one of my best moment is you mentioned about the lady that was with him, you know,
mhm.
taking him on a tour. She said, "Can you say your hello?" And he repeated it. That was
Oh,
very
he in
yeah,
Kolokwa. That
yeah,
was
yeah,
good.
yeah, your hello. He learned something right there for how Liberian people say your hello, and he tried to say it
Mm-hmm.
correct way.
Yeah,
So that was
hello.
I love that. I love
He's
that.
a quick learner though, because he was
Yeah,
actually dancing. I could not dance. You teach me culture on the spot that I could not learn how to dance that. And then I like how they taught him how to beat the dumbbell. Why did he let the boy taste the team? The boy beating the team. I was like, yes, you're going to my hometown now, my other hometown, Nima County. I like it that he beat the dumbbell. They gave him some chips. I think that was made in Liberia also too. And then he danced with couple of little kids with the culture. I kind of
yeah.
like it. He's a very fast learner. He was able to, capture some of the move for them and started dancing along with them. He did his famous flip with them also too, which was really nice. The culture part that showed us correctly.
No,
Yes, we are culture people. Was
the
good.
culture crew, they did a thing. They
Yes.
came in, and ate and left no crumbs. I was
Yeah,
in
yeah.
there.
They did an
Yeah, they
amazing
did a thing. They did
amazing
an
job.
amazing thing.
Yeah.
They sold the culture dance out, how we do
They
it, and
no,
he
they did.
and he did every single dance, every single
That's why I
step
say he's a fast learner.
with the
I
boy.
wouldn't have
He's a
done that.
fast learner.
He did a good
Yeah.
job more than me. When I went like bro last time they were dancing on the beach because they can when you go Liberia they can come and get a load and they can dance with you. I try to do that dance. I could not move my left feet at all. So
Wow.
he did a good job more than I did. But I mean they did a good job. I'm gonna give it up to him. Is there room for improvement? Yes, we can do better. But overall, it was a good experience for him. Somebody said we overworked him that he had to end the life. And then somebody made a comment. But I noticed in the video when someone made the comment, I was like, okay, it makes sense. There were a lot of people were trying to give him food and water, and he kept refusing it. And somebody not tell you said they can wish people over there, so don't eat for nobody. I'm like, red people, you got no chill. But he was like, no, I'm cool. But I noticed it in the video. Every time somebody trying to get him food or water, he was like, no, I'm good. I'm cool. So you know that he never ate or drink on the tour. He was just moving, kind of moving along. So I mean he did well though. So overall, one thing I want to add, which is and it's a good thing I was just educating someone on the phone because someone called me. I was like, hey Rachel, I'm following you. You guys posting about this guy. I'm taking my kid back to Africa next week. My kid was born here, never been there. This is a moment that you guys need to start showing the next generation our history. When you take the children back to Liberia, you start carrying them to club, bar, and restaurant. I don't want to see everybody in the tea calabar. I get nothing against tea calabar show. I get nothing against sing bar, but that is not where we need to showcase our country. When you're taking your kids or taking your friends that never been to Africa, never been to your country, maybe you should be contacting. I think the private island is open to everybody to go see. I don't think it's closed. I don't think you have to pay money. Even if you have to pay money, at least show them a historical part of our country. The museum, I think they pay $10 to go see, to go in there. You can give them history. So when you're taking people back to Africa or somebody that want to visit Liberia, these are spots that you should take them. The Ducal Palace, the Provident Island, the Museum of Liberia. Those are things that preserve our culture and shows our culture and our country and our history in a good light. Our kids want to learn. My nieces went to Liberia the very first time. since they were born here. They were four of them. My sister took all four of my nieces to Liberia. Those kids had so much fun. And they were not even into being Liberian or being African like that. And I'm telling you, from the moment they came back, every day I see on my niece's walls, they posting stuff about Africa and Liberia. Guess what? My niece shared our speed. I show speed. She shared the video of him crying and hugging his sister on her story, in her TikTok, on her Instagram, and she been following him the whole time when he went there. But she was on that live. She never moved from it because she's so in tune to her culture. She like, and when they came, I asked her. She was like, I had so much fun, and they keep asking their mom, when can we go back again? Want to go back? These kids want to see these things. We need to stop just carrying them to the farm, to the market, and they buy pepper, they buy chicken soup, they kind of cook home, and they do that one. Yeah, some of those have fun, but take them to see the real Liberia. Take them surfing, kayaking, like going fishing. I was giving people ideas on the phone, and the girl was like, "Oh, thank you so much, Rachel. We should check that." Or take them to places that when they come and show their friends will be happy or want to come and visit us. So this is a learning experience for a lot of people that never been Africa or planning on going to Africa or taking their kids back home.
Well said, well said. All right, ladies, every good team has come to an end here. Thank you for taking time off your busy schedule to be here an hour and a half here. So we're gonna give closing statement, 3 minutes each. We'll start with Lariana. And Lariana, in your closing statement, please tell the folks who you are with regards to your platform, what you do, regard. I mean,
I
yeah,
know she skipped that part last time.
yeah. Just reintroduce yourself. How can people follow you? You're influencer. Red carpet host, and yeah, you take 3 minutes, and yeah, the closing don't have to be on. I should speak.
AJ, it's been a long time
Yeah.
since last year. We still catching on with 2025. What happened? So we're still trying to breathe into 2026.
Yeah, what
By the
happened to your
way,
platform? I don't see you on live no more. What happened? You stopped?
I had a whole lot
Going on. You
happened
took a break.
going
Yeah.
on last year. So it was just a breathing of a moment this 2026. God first, God thank you. But it was just a lot that just happened within a period of the 6 months ending into last year. So if you already noticed, I kind of disappeared from
Yeah,
social media for quite a
and
while.
LIB
Okay.
Diva, me and Lariana, we coming back again on our show. We just
Yeah, you need to calm. Like, don't.
yeah.
Sometimes it's good to take a break. Like,
Oh
I
yeah,
took a
yeah. So
long break and
take a
came
break.
back. When
Yeah.
you come back, come harder, come
All right.
better than ever before. And I hope you're coming to the early
Yes, yes.
I used to be on there, stay.
I will be there.
I's not coming. We
Maybe.
will be there. I said no. We coming. With our passport. Our yeah, the way. She said, so go ahead.
But AJ, thank you so much for this. Is the first live of 2026. When you reach out to me, I cannot turn you down. And I also appreciate the opportunity and shout out and my sister LIB Device on here too. I've been seeing you been doing your thing. Even though I've been quiet, but I probably once in a while pay attention. Like I said, 2025 felt like leap year for me, even though it wasn't a leap year last year. So it's just a lot been going on. We just said, God, thank you that we're still able to breathe and we're still alive to be here. It's 2026. So we hope until 2026 bring a whole lot changes and bright things, good things ahead for every one of us. But for those of you who don't know me, my name is Miss Loriana. I am a Red Copper host, entrepreneur, Amazon influencer. If you want me to say everything, Amazon
Yeah, that's what you
influencer.
are. Show yourself, girl. You never know.
Amazon influencer, and also I just added a little bit of new niche to myself. I'm a fitness girl, so if
Yeah,
you follow me,
Okay. There you go. See?
yeah.
See?
if
There
you
you
follow
go.
me on YouTube, you see Fit by Loriana. I work out,
Stand up for
working
us. Stand
out.
up for us, please.
Oh
Let's
my God,
let's
Yeah,
see
let
I
me
some
see
do
the work you
that.
been doing in the
yeah.
gym. Let's see the gym
Stand up
work.
for us. Let's see some
Let me see the
definition.
gym. Hey, you can't be
Got
setting gym here.
muscles.
We can't see the gym work
Don't
yet.
stay with me.
There
Don't
you
stay
go.
with me, okay?
Yeah, let's see some definition.
Okay, we
LIB
seen the six
Diva,
pack.
You
Mm?
see, don't
she
stay with me. Don't stay with me,
she knows
okay?
me. I always put her on the spot. Like, and guess what she said? She said
Uh,
she coming to my baby shower too.
oh, but we're gonna be there. We live and direct. We outside.
Because
We outside.
But I do
Lariana
the
said,
fitness like.
AJ, I come to your baby shower. Don't worry. As soon as I buy my ticket, I will let you know to display my flyer.
But I just want to say, working out have been a huge impact in my life. Have been a journey. Um, to me, it's not just so much of you trying to be six pack or show this and show out. It's a mental thing for me. It's also a physical, emotional, everything for me because I feel like for some of us who don't know how to be internet giant and out here and all of that, you want to make friends, go to the gym. You want to gain weight, go to the gym. You want to let your emotions out, go to the gym, and all your angers on your weight and stuff like that. So it's a whole lot. I see like working out have like become like my best friend in the gym. Like I have to work out. If I miss a day in my routine in working out, I feel bad. I feel some type of weight about it. So I mean, it's just a thing for me. So I have grown onto that. So you can follow me on my YouTube channel, okay? I'm not follow your bag, but you can follow me on that Fit by Loriana. It's also on Instagram, Fit by Loriana. So that's just my thing, We this 2026 we gotta come outside. Even though I've been outside 2025, but 2025 was really broken. I lost my best friend. It was just too much for me. And I was just holding on to a whole lot of stuff. So it's a lot, you guys haven't been seeing me on the internet. So sometimes it's like we take a break, we take a mental break. So I was mentally like break down the end of 2025. So it's just a lot, a huge thing that's going on. We don't know how to communicate with the internet thing, rating on our problems and stuff like that. But it's just a lot. But tell God, thank you. I'm breathing. We all crossed over the 2026. We're all hoping on. So once we got life, there is hope, and we gotta keep it pushing. So
Thank you.
thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Riri. We appreciate that. Welcome back here, and we look forward to see you in Des Moines, Iowa.
The capital city, eh?
Yeah,
The
that is
governor, when the governor
that is like
inviting you,
ISL.
I
oh, as
no,
everywhere. Amen.
I know that. Let me say something before LRB Diva give a closing statement. No, if you notice that ICE does not give the rest state hard time, especially the state that have Republican governor. I stay.
Yes,
Yeah, so
yeah, they
that
stay away.
ICE for straight political reason.
I
So,
is only
yeah,
yes. They're
yeah,
only
every
going after
state,
Democratic states.
yeah, Democratic state,
And you
the
know
Democratic.
what? Once Republican, we just went Democrat a few years ago.
Yes,
These are
yes,
Republican states.
yeah, because
They
of
want to
Team
carry it
Wolf,
back to red. Yeah.
Team Walls, right? Am I saying his
Yes.
last name?
Yeah. Yeah. Team Walls. Yeah.
Yeah, so he and Donald Trump has a lot of disagreement here. But ICE has
Hmm.
not been. Even if ICE come in Iowa, they are quiet. They just go. They don't even give them no media attention yet. But I've not seen them here or heard about them. Yeah. LRB Diva, go ahead, fire up with your closing statement. Basically, everybody know you, and you can expand, extend, and go ahead and opine.
And I spend, oh my God, I keep adding to my title every day.
Yeah,
Influencer, content creator,
yeah.
oh my God, a host, talk show host, um, geez, a brand ambassador also too. So I do it all, everything. And then I just added to my title. So event planner also. And now I'm adding event decorator to my title. So here I am. But anyway, to close up, all in all, I enjoy being on your platform today. Shout out to Speed for coming to our country, for giving us a spotlight. We appreciate that. I hope all of you guys can come to the LDA where we celebrate Liberia's excellence, April 25th, 2026 in DC. Don't worry about eyes. Just come with your passport. Just come with your passport with you.
We'll try to be to the LEA.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you, you and Lydia, for always, kind of reminding me. I will try to be there this year. I have not been to the LEA before.
Really? Oh
No, I have not.
wow. Well, you need to come then. You need to
Yes,
come
yes,
because this is
yeah.
gonna be good.
So it's gonna be April, right?
April 25th.
Yeah. So I thank you. I will start to plan. Yeah, because I have not
Yeah.
been since the LEA took a break and they are back. I want to be there with current situation
You
to.
definitely want to capture everything. Make sure you send your email for your media pass so you can get media passes. Make sure you send your email to
Oh,
the LEA. When you're ready, let me know. I'll send you the email where you can send your pass to. You
got
gotta
you.
request your pass ASAP. You don't want to come in and be pushing you and say you gotta pay. So if you're gonna be doing media coverage, you want to
Yes.
request it ASAP.
Yeah,
All
I'm
right.
coming
So
mainly to do media coverage and expose my
yeah.
my platform. Yeah.
Yep. So make sure you request your media pass. We don't want to go there and say they ain't let me to enter. No, plan ahead of time. Plan
Yeah.
accordingly. I like to tell
Thank,
people.
thank you, sis. All right, ladies. Well, thank you very much. Here, like I said, thank you very much. Whenever I call upon you guys, you always try to make time for me. I really appreciate from the bottom of my heart, and I will be expecting LIB Diva on February 7th here. And we're gonna have some fun. And maybe Riri will give me a surprise. I don't know yet. Keeping my finger crossed. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Even my home girl, Cece told me, say, AJ, I will just surprise you. I'm not gonna
Oh
take.
Lord.
So maybe I have some of my celebrity friends that come in, they will surprise me. Who
But it's
knows?
celebrity now. So celebrity will come now. You
Yeah, yeah,
celebrity
yeah.
now.
I'm expecting a lot of my celebrity friends will be in the house. So, it's gonna be one of the biggest baby shower in the city. We got red carpet
Okay.
hosted by here and Mentu Sula. So yeah. We
Who?
yeah. Our red carpet
Who's
we
the red carpet hosted by?
Lydia and one guy called a native son. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah, Lydia
wow.
hosts that
Okay.
red carpet by herself.
It's not
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
though.
Lydia
Well,
can
you
host
already
red
need a
carpet.
guy to host a long. You know, leader's shy. Okay,
No,
but you need a
but if
guy
Riri comes, we will improvise. What we're gonna do is we'll put a guy in the middle and put
and put
Riri
the
on
two
one
women
side.
aside.
Yeah, yeah. But
Maybe I
it's
can
gonna.
kind of make some content.
There
To
you go. Yeah,
we
LIB.
live to Timor finest
Yeah.
AJ baby
Every,
shower. So we
everybody
make
gonna be there. How
content.
come? How come AJ got all these beautiful women on the one room?
Yeah, all the point that
Yeah.
come here, they put let's see on Facebook. We
So
seeing
that's
it
why.
now.
That's why I always tell my friends, I say, because this is current situation.
Current
There you
situation.
go.
I like what he said. Current
Current
situation.
situation.
It's a current.
Yes.
But ladies, hey,
That's a unique name though that you picked though, actually. That's a
yeah.
unique name.
Thank you,
Yeah.
thank you. Everything is current.
Okay, that's my cue. I'm out.
All right.
See ya.
Hey,
All
good
right,
night.
let's take care. Good
Yep.
night.
Thank you very much, Shell. We appreciate that here. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for tuning in. We appreciate that here. We're just analyzing the we're analyzing the ISHOWSPEED tour in Liberia. Good analysis by the ladies here, and thank you to our audience. Thank you for the participation. Those are the comments. I was reading the comments, PJ and others. Thank you very much. We appreciate that here. So catch us this weekend. We will be live again sometime either tomorrow. But no, tomorrow we will be going to um Miss Kitty for Afrobeats. Afrobeats is tomorrow, Sunday. Tomorrow, each and every Sunday, Afrobeats live at Miss Kitty, 8834 Swenson Boulevard, Clap, Iowa. If you have your birthday, let us know. We can take it there. And don't forget, baby shower is coming up February 7th. It's going to be big. Most of my celebrity friends will be in the city here. Shout out to Des Moines, Iowa. Des Moines, Iowa have already promised me that they are coming out. Big shout out to Minnesota. Minnesota is coming. Heavyweights. Shout out to Fargo. Fargo bringing heavyweights. South Dakota. East Coast is coming. Boston, Massachusetts. Hey, February 7th. We're making things happen. Catch you live on the red carpet. And congratulations to my sweetheart and Festina. So yeah, we're gonna honor her that day, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So, ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss that. February 7th, we all saw. But thank you very much here. It's time to go here. We got other project to work on here. Thank you, and those that join us here, we will do a posting to see when our next segment. We don't have a regular segment right now, but we always, inform our audience when we coming live here. It's 2026. I got a whole lot of things going on here, so let me kind of arrange my schedules. Then I'll tell you when I will have a segment because I want to be consistent. Big shout out to my home girl Rihanna. We coming back with our program. I forget. You know what? I forgot the name of our program. Usually before we usually run it on Sunday, but this time we're coming on Wednesday. So let me give you what is can you imagine we haven't been on live in a while here. Let me go to Rihanna page here and tell you more about our segment coming up here. And our segment will be coming up. Will be coming up here on let's see here. All right, I don't have the flyer here, but our segment will be coming up on Wednesday. So we are working behind the scene here. We might start next month, but me and Riri, we're gonna link up again. It's gonna be fun here. You guys gonna have a lot of fun with us. But Wednesday gonna be our new schedule. we'll have more time. It's going to be a prime time schedule. So yeah, but the Sunday was not working out. Yeah, she's busy. I'm busy, and we'll have a whole lot of things going on the weekend. So, ladies and gentlemen, Frenchman say, à vous demain, à tout à l'heure, bonne nuit. God bless you.